Welcome to blocking a knit hat and adding twirled ties. Um, we are going to need your finished knit hat with ear flaps and a damp, thin cotton towel, not a terry cloth but a flat weave, and a hot iron with steam. You're going to place the item on an ironing board or heavy towel, and you're going to cover it with the damp towel. And you are going to gently, not press down, just, put it down and up, never pushing down hard enough to flatten out the knit stitches. That's something you don't generally want to do. And I like to keep turning the hat until I've done, 3 or 4 turns so I can make sure I've gently steamed all of the different areas of the hat. You will actually see the steam coming up out of the towel, and that's how you know it's working. You can kind of see the puffs of cloud right there. Okay, keep turning and blocking. And again, if your towel gets too dry, you can re-wet it, but you don't want it to be dripping wet. Gently, gently keep moving it. You'll see the steam. Okay, and once you're done, your hat is now beautifully blocked. And we're ready to begin taking a look at the ear flaps. And we're going to deal with the ear flaps a little differently. Ear flaps tend to curl, and it's something that I don't like. So you're going to take your hot iron and you're going to do something that everyone tells you never to do. I spray it with water and put the iron with steam on right down on the ear flap and press really hard. It flattens it out, takes all the stretch out of the ear flaps, and as you can see, it lies nice and flat. Okay, when you look at the unblocked one, you turn it over, you can see the edges are curling in. We don't want that. Okay, this is the one time you have permission to iron your knit fabric flat. Steam it, spray it, and put the hot steam iron right down on it and press really hard. Hard, hard, hard. And you're going to have 2 beautifully flat ear flaps that will always stay flat because effectively they've lost their stretch. Okay? Take a look. Don't tell anyone I gave you permission to do it. Ears before blocking, ears after blocking. Nice and flat. Okay, now we're going to learn to put the twirl ties on the bottom of your ear flaps. You can put little braid ties, but it actually is much nicer if you use the twirlies. It looks a little more professional. You need 8 pieces of 15-inch pieces of yarn, 8 15-inch pieces of yarn, a pair of scissors, darning needle, and of course your hat. You're going to thread 4 of the pieces of yarn onto the darning needle, and about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom of the flap, you're going to push the needle through. You're going to have to wiggle it a little to get the yarn to come through. If you have to, you can do it in 2 groups of 2. Just make sure you get it through the same hole. And when you get it through, you're going to pull up on either side so that half the length of the yarn falls on either side with the flap in the center. And you're going to pull up, again, adjust, make sure your ends are even. And then you're going to start twisting the yarn from both ends so that a spiral starts to form. And you're going to keep twisting, twisting, a lot of twisting. Don't let go of either end, please, or it will all unravel on you. And when it starts to get taut, kind of hard to twist any longer, you want to go out to about 1 inch or 1.5 inches from either end. Then the spiral will be formed, and now you want to let it twist. So you pull the ends up, don't let go, hold both ends with one hand, and actually kind of pick up the hat and start the twist. If you hang it in the air, it will kind of twist on its own, but you can turn the hat with your hand. And when it has a nice tight spiral, you're going to knot the end. Once the end is knotted, then you can let go. It will no longer untwist on you. And pull the knot tightly, and I like it to be about 3 or 4 inches to the knot. And then you can trim the ends so that they're nice and even. And you're going to repeat with the other side. And again, I'm going to show you the twist again. The weight of the hat will help form the spiral. And on the second twist tie, you want to be sure that you end up with a twist that's around the same length and about the same depth of spiral as the other one. So pick up and compare. Before you knot, remember, don't let go of the ends until it's knotted, and then go ahead and make a knot loosely and make sure you end up with the knot at around the same length as the first one. So put them together, compare. When the knots look even, you can kind of pull tightly and secure the knot. You're going to trim the end like with the first, so it's the same length tassel. And now you have a beautiful professional looking set of ear flaps and ties. Hope you enjoyed. And there's my model. Turn a little to the side and the other side. And tell me how awesome the hat is.
Awesome.